All right, Jeremy. So the first thing I would say right off the bat is that I think your rendering works fine. The issue is the anatomy. And so what I would say right off the bat is that you really want to sit down and work on the anatomy from kind of the female form. And so to do that, what I would recommend is start building out your basic building blocks. So in this case, what I would do is you've got your head, like so, and then the neck is in the right position, I think, but you're flattening it out. You're not realizing that the neck is round, and so with that in mind, then you've got kind of a chest going on here, your rib cage, and think about it as individual shapes. So here we've got the rib cage. We're going to have the clavicles kind of go around like so, and then this creates almost, I do spheres here, and so then from there our arm kind of is built up, and so you can see that already you have kind of an offset kind of piece, and then this comes down like so, and then this comes down like this. So you see here the overall kind of design of the rib cage is going to help you place your elements. Okay, and so you can see here that by placing those elements properly, then you can understand that how they work in perspective. And so I'm going to show that the breast, you're just kind of drawing a kind of very simplified version of this. And what I would tell you to do is think about it as your muscle groups. Okay, so your muscles are basically up on the ribs of the chest here, and then they're going to come up like so and into the shoulder muscles like so. So basically you can kind of see that I'm just kind of blocking out these individual kind of pieces here. Okay, now with that chest in the way, you have to think about a breast, and the breast is not just a bowl that you slap on the rib cage. It's actually a series, or it's kind of like a teardrop shape. So the teardrop shape comes down here, and it basically meets with the pectoral muscles, and then it overlaps accordingly. Okay, and so what you want to do then is build that teardrop shape something like so, and then the same thing goes this way. Is we're just going to build that teardrop shape, and if you've got cleavage, so if your breasts are being pushed together, you're going to get more of this overlapping. Okay, and so you're going to get a little bit of overlapping, something like that, and so ultimately you can see that I've got kind of the kind of base concept here, and then from there you can actually build up and build your more of your muscle structure. So it really pays to learn anatomy when you're doing this type of thing, so that you can see here now with just a simple little bit, bit of shapes here, I've got a significant amount of how the rib cage works and how everything kind of fits together. And you can see that while your stuff is kind of in the right spot, it's not, it doesn't give you the form. And so with that form in kind of conjunction with everything else, that's when you want to start painting up and start building up your shadows. Okay, and so what I would do is just for simple giggles here, what I would do is start building up your shadows here, and I'm just going to, that's actually, yeah, that's good. So I'm going to build up shadows like so. So you've got the shadows on one side of the face, and it'll give you kind of the breasts on one side, it'll give you the shoulders, maybe a little bit over here, probably something like this, probably underneath here. And so you're just thinking of these lighting solutions. I'm going to desaturate this so that when we delete this, when we delete this, you can see now this simple kind of concept of how taking your shapes and kind of building up your shapes a little bit more. And I get this is a little bit too dark, but we can always lighten that and kind of adjust and clean up around the edge. Okay, and so that's ultimately where you need to kind of improve, is the anatomy structure of your figure, so that you get a better understanding of kind of the underlying structure of the human form.